Yeah, so it's not enough that she just freaking sent bibliography in 6 days. Come to find out, she's done more stuff. Of course she has. You know who I'm talking about. Hello again and welcome back to some climbing news. Opening up today's show with more from Laura Rogora, though I promise I'll keep it quick this time. Yeah, if one 9B plus 15C wasn't enough, good old Laura went on to send pornography 9A514D on her third freaking go. And she flashed Les Chirurgiens du Crépuscule, which is an 8B13D, and she sent L'Académicien des Crépis on her third go, which is an 8C14B. I think I just had more trouble freaking saying the names of those routes than Laura did actually climbing them. She did that in the 2 days that she had left after her send of bibliography. That's just like, I mean, what the fuck, man? Just, like, are we sure that Laura's human? Like, for real, is there someone out there somewhere who could, like, definitively verify that for me? Because there's a pretty freaking serious chance that she isn't. Starting to think that she's not. Good lord. Moving on. Okay, I actually feel bad about this one, not for any reason other than the fact that this is a genuinely impressive achievement, but I'm saying it right after whatever the hell Laura has been up to, and we're kind of being overshadowed here just a little bit. Good lord. Eva Hammelmüller. I've been hyping her up for a while, and I'm going to continue to do so because she just sent her second ever 9A plus 515A, Affinita Elettive. And, yeah, just kind of a reminder here that there are only 3 women to send 3 or more 9A plus routes ever. That's Laura Rogora, duh. She's done like 13, Anak Verhoeven, who has 3, and Margot Hayes, who also has 3. After that, well, it used to be that only 2 women in the world had done 2 9A pluses, Che Hyun-soo and Michaela Kirsch, but that's changed this month with Eva Hammelmüller and another woman that I'm going to talk about in a freaking second. Just patient for a little bit, okay? Spoilers. Also, speaking of things I need to remind you about, don't forget to freaking subscribe if you haven't done that. I like to do the YouTube thing. I would like to continue doing the YouTube thing, and you subscribing and all that helps me to grow the channel. And, yeah, get this stuff out to you guys. And anyways, where the hell was I? So, Eva sent Affinita Elettive earlier this month. I could not be more proud of someone I do not know and have never met or even talked to. She is seriously building her pyramid, and in my opinion, is one to watch, since she is very clearly almost 100% focused on outdoor climbing. She's gonna send 9B, mark my words, mark them, saying it right here, saying it right now. And speaking of Eva, she's also done some bouldering this month, apparently gone up to Gotardo and sent Kingda 8BV13. I mean, does it count as a slab? I think it's a slab. Sure, one of only 10 slabs at that grade. There's 3 out there that are supposed to be harder. I mean, I don't like V9 slab already doesn't make any sense to me at all. How anything can get to the point that it's freaking 5 grades harder is completely beyond my comprehension. So, yeah, I mean, tangents. Congrats to Eva linking a video of Ciara Fabri on Kingda for your viewing pleasure down there if you want to check it out. It's a really cool boulder. Please do. Okay, finally, the moment you've all been waiting for, the moment I announced the second person this month to reach 2 9A plus sends as a woman, Ainhize Belar. Yay, Spain. Yay. She sent the problem called something in Basque. Zeleputza? How is anyone supposed to freaking pronounce that shit? God damn. Basque makes no sense to me at all. It doesn't make sense to anybody. I looked it up, and all I got was telepizza. So, if that's Basque for telepi, I mean, you guys don't know what telepi is because it's a Spanish chain, but like, childhood, man. Just such good, bad pizza. Now I want pizza. Focus! Ainhize Belar. She sent telepizza. She says it's a stunning line. I have no clue how stunning it is because all I have to look at are these freaking photos, which is horrifically annoying because they do what all sport climbing photos do, which is just zoom in all the way so you have no idea what the hell is even being climbed and what the hell it is that you're even looking at. Did some research. Turns out this line is a link up of 2 routes, Feledon Chiki and Arropuzza, which suddenly explains the name. Definitively not Telepizza. Good lord, Google sucks ass nowadays. And this is the cave that came up when I looked up those lines, featuring Ainhize Belar, who's also climbed both of them, which Yeah, that makes sense. Also, here's her on sighting Chirin Chiran, AP plus 14A, a while back to give more context for how cool that cave actually is. Yeah, cool shit. You know what I wanna Ainhize, keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna move on. Alright, man, on to trad climbing. We're doing trad climbing now. We're gonna talk about Rachel Pearce being the biggest freaking badass ever, probably. Alright, so first time personally ever hearing about the E9 route Indian face, but the more I find out about it, honestly, the less I want to know. This thing's, to use a really old freaking adage, totally goddamn foobar. Okay, so first female ascent of this route in Wales, which would already be impressive enough given that it's E9 and only about 35 women have ever climbed that grade. But on top of everything else, Indian face has only ever been sent 9 times over the past 40 freaking years, which always just kind of points to the idea that it's either A, stupidly hard, or B, real fucking stupid dangerous. Or both. And this one's, well, it's both. E9 6C, don't forget, we're talking British trad grade, so that 6C isn't a French grade, it's a British technical grade. What that means is we're referring only to the single hardest move on the route, which could mean pretty much anything, honestly, but probably around like V6-ish, maybe, probably. That's 7-ish in font scale. That's a lot of technical jargon. Look, for E9, this route isn't that physically hard, which means someone at some point just kind of threw the whole safety thing directly out the window. But you know what? I'm just gonna let Paul Williams do the talking. Here's a quote from his 1989 guidebook description. It has been said that up the face to the right of A Midsummer Night's Dream, E66A, a pitch of such appalling difficulty as to be almost beyond the realms of human comprehension, has been ascended without mechanical machinations or other insidious practices normally associated with a route of this caliber. Protection is at best illusory. The whole sweep of rock affords not so much as a single nubbin on which the thinnest line may be secured, nor a single crack in which the most vestigial of chalkstones could hope to gain lodgment. Should the leader fail to negotiate the crux or be seized by a palsy high on the pitch, disaster must be imminent. So key takeaway from that, Rachel Pearce just basically free soloed harder than any woman has ever free soloed before. Or at least I think she has. It's honestly a stat that I cannot find for the life of me. World's hardest female free solo? No freaking clue. But honestly, a pretty goddamn bold second ever E9. Like seriously, you're choosing this as your second ever send of something at this scale of difficulty? Rachel be crazy. Massive congratulations to her. Let's move on. Okay, next and more trad, although this is more like non-traditional, non-traditional trad, what? Non-traditional trad, sort of. Sam Macilwane and Mary Eden have both announced their send of Autobahn, the ultra-famous Offwidth Tom Randall sent some 2-ish years ago under a bridge in Germany. Now, look, personally, the idea of climbing across a man-made bridge just doesn't really, jiggle the old jellies, so to speak. That was a weird way of putting that. But you guys know what I mean, I think. Truth is, the more I find out about this thing, the more interesting it becomes on paper, while in my head, still remains completely, neutral. It's a fucking bridge, guys. It's a bridge. I'm gonna try to be impartial, plus also Sam's a friend of the show, and I'm insanely happy for her. So, alright, this thing was sent 2 years ago by Tom Randall. It's said to be surprisingly risky and basically also kind of a free solo, despite how much protection we keep seeing people bring up with them. Like, Sam apparently took 30 gigantic cams, added like 20 pounds to her harness, just over 11 kilos, and still could have decked. Adding to the intrigue is that this thing's supposedly harder than Century Crack, which is that super famous Offwidth FA'd by the Wide Boys in 2011, and which was, for the longest time, the hardest Offwidth in the world, until that honor was taken by a freaking bridge. God damn it. Autobahn. Now, Autobahn's been sent by both Wide Boys, because of course it has, both, in case you didn't know, being Tom Randall and Pete Whitaker, the latter of which freaking flashed this thing. And then at this point, has been done by 3 women. Mari Augusta Salvesen, who also flashed, which is insane, and now both Sam Macilwane and Mary Eden, who managed to send surprisingly quickly. Now Sam and Mary, no Pippin, no Frodo, I apologize for that. Where the hell did that come from? Anyways, they've been training together for some time. You might say they're the wide girls of climbing. And now that I say it out loud, definitely not. You might not say that. Do not say that. Why does that sound so bad? Sam, Mary, I'm so sorry. Jesus Christ. Okay, that's all right. Fucking hell. All right, Trad Princesses. Using Mary's Instagram handle. That makes a lot more sense. The Fellowship? Sure. Mary has already sent Century Crack. She took the first female ascent in November of last year. Now we're just waiting on Sam, who, like I said, made pretty quick work of Autobahn, so all the training's been paying off, and I'm pretty freaking sure she's going to put Century Crack together real soon. Just a matter of time. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Ha! Sorry, I couldn't resist. They've cemented themselves as one of the best Offwidth duos in the climbing world, because, you know, you get it. Like, all right, it's not done with the jokes, but it's still freaking true. These two are ridiculously strong. They're very much the best of the best in the world of all time. It is truly awesome to see. Anyways, a huge congratulations to both Mary and Sam. You climbed a bridge. I'm sure it was hard to do. Well done. And next up, we got a big accomplishment from Nina Arthaud. Arthaud? I don't know. Who has managed to get a send of Hazel Gray's stand at the, at this point, kind of super famous AP Plus in Gotthard Pass. This thing's been sent by 21 different people over the years, including Shauna Coxey, Lucia Dorfel, Viviane Fumeux, and Michaela Kirsch, making Nina's ascent the 5th for a woman. And actually, her 3rd ever AP Plus, alongside Direct North and Compass North. Kind of a little theme going on there. Not entirely sure how long she spent on Hazel Gray's. Her Instagram says it was a couple of days. Completely unclear to me whether or not I should take that literally. More importantly, though, Hazel Gray's is basically a climb that's like 2 totally different styles. The second half being a little more techy and like, I don't know, weird and heel hooky and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Every year. Either way, man, awesome stuff to see women climbing as hard as they are, as frequently as they are. So huge congrats to Nina. Socials are in the description for all of you lovely peoples to go and follow her down below. All right, next, and I'm feeling kind of sort of somewhat lazy today, still recovering a little bit, but I'm feeling a lot better. I feel like talking as much. Makes sense. So yeah, I'm just gonna very quickly list off all the 9A plus 15A routes that have been sent by men right before I do the same with the 8 seed boulders. That sound good? Of course it does. All right, let's do this. Starting with Tyler Thompson sending Kinder Cakes, his 6th ever 9A plus. 3rd one this year after La Rambla and Martial Law. Kinder Cakes. It's an extension of the route Cupcake, and according to Jonathan Segrist, aka J-Star, is, and I quote, harder than diarrhea mouth. Which is not a fucked up way of saying something is difficult. Diarrhea mouth is the name of an actual route. Seriously. Seriously? Seriously. Jesus Christ. Next, we got Pepa Sindel with a send of Big Twin, a 2nd ascent after Adam Mondra, who put this thing together in May and then called Pepa to encourage him to get on it. Adam, my man, not just the GOAT, but a freaking great mentor and a role model. He'd love to see it. Also love to see more and more of Pepa, who is getting more and more, as the kids say, on one. Next, to an actual first ascent. Finally, it's time Maël Musson with the FA of L'Enfant Despote. According to Maël, his hardest route to date and huge endurance test piece. L'Enfant Despote apparently extends a 9A 14D called La Récré Dominicale into the hard section of a really beautiful route called Deep Spot, which is also 9A+. Cool stuff. And finally, we got Dimitri Flick with a send of his 2nd ever 9A+, the legendary Flat Anger Cave, giving up another send of Kangaroo's Limb. I really freaking hate that route. Honestly, it's just so horribly annoying to think that there's a direct way up that's super hard, and instead you just kind of sort of take a gigantic detour because you can't jump far. Honestly, like, I don't want to shit on stuff for no reason, and, like, really huge congratulations to Dimitri, but good lord, does it irrationally piss me off to no end. Terrible fucking route. Jesus. Oh my god. I'm gonna move on. Next, you know what time it is. That's right, the 8C lightning round. And boy, oh boy, here, there's just a metric shit ton of them. Gonna go as fast as I can here. Otherwise, we'll be here all day. Starting us off, we got Maël Claude with Ascend of Foundation's Edge, his second of the grade after having put together Dreamtime earlier this year. Next, and hold on to your butts, as Samuel L. Jackson says in Jurassic Park, of all movies, we've got freaking 4 sends of the Smile in Rocklands. Last year, everyone and their mother was doing Monkey Wedding. Seems this year, they've all moved on to try the Smile. Like I said, 4 freaking people. Antoine Girard, fresh off his send of Living Large. San Lovignac Soudard, with his first of the grade. Gianluca Posch, who's rounded out his tick list with freaking 5 8B flashes. Airstar, Moonshadow, Gimme a Break, Coetza, and Muisti Macy, which I'm still not entirely sure I'm pronouncing correctly. What a freaking season, Jesus. That's crazy. And then finally, Nikki Rusev, for whom this is his second ever of the grade. Next, got a send from Nathan Phillips of a boulder called Pretense of Youth, typical England limestone, and third ascent after Alex Barrows, and a fairly unknown William Bosey. That is a terrible joke. What? Everybody knows who he is. Jesus Christ, stop it. Then we got an ungraded but surely well-estimated FA by a man who refuses to grade his problems, Niki Cheria. He managed to put together a line he's called Estate Means Summer. As always, when it comes to Niki, it's all aesthetics, aesthetics, aesthetics. Really beautiful line. Next, we got 2 8Cs from Yanis Gauthier. My dude managed to put together both Child of Hell and Adularia, both in Goddard Pass. Gotta love the Swiss Alpine bouldering. Seems everybody does too. And then back to Rocklands we go, where the best 8C in the entire freaking world has received 2 sends. Yes, it's the best at the grade. No question about it. I will fight you if you think it's not. The finish line has been sent by Soli Kemboldori and by Keenan Takashi. Super proud send for both of them. I am stoked beyond belief that they put them together. Third send of that line in Rocklands just this year. James Pearson, in case you didn't know. And finally, we got Nicolo Balducci with a send of Fell in Love Sit. Unfortunately, dude's got his grams hit the private, and I can't find a photo of this thing, except for like his little 8A.NU scorecard thing. It is what it is. I'm moving on. Oh my god, did you think we were done? No, of course not. We got Teresa Siruckova's send of Hades, a 9A 14D to go over. Last 3 people to send this thing are Teresa, obviously, and then Laura Rogora and Eva Hammelmüller, which is always kind of cool to see. Insanely fast for her first of the grade. Teresa put Hades together in 3 sessions, which is wild. 3 sessions. Second real try of the day. 8th try overall. Dude, that's faster than Adamandra, who needed 9 tries for the FA. That's crazy. I think someone might have realized that their ceiling is a hell of a lot higher than they once probably thought. Congratulations to Teresa on an incredible job. Well done. And finally, I guess if we're going to have a bunch of lightning rounds filled with dudes, we might as well end on a lightning round for the ladies. 8B boulders in this case. So, here we go. Starting us off with Ayala Kerem, who's currently in Rocklands and has pieced together 2 boulders. The first is Quintessential, the second is the Arch. Both are her first of the grade. Awesome stuff to see. Next, we got Clotilde Morin with a send of Muisti Macy, 18B. It's also in Rocklands. That also has that name that I don't think I'm pronouncing correctly at all. Also a first of the grade for Clotilde. Job well done there. And finally, we got Andrea Kuhlmann with a send of Kingda, just like Eva Hammelmüller, who we've already talked about. Third of the grade for Andrea. She sent Tutaket and the Arch last year. Cool to see way more stuff from her. But hey, that was some climbing news as always. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Helps me out, blah, 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 blah. You know how it is. Enjoy the weekend. I will see you guys if things keep going this way on Monday. But until then, of course, and as always, go climb some stuff.